All right, well, we begin the season of winter with a good old-fashioned blizzard warning in effect. Here are the facts that you need to keep in mind. Number one, snow. We're not going to get like a foot to 2 feet of snow with this system. Most of us will see a trace to 6 inches as it works its way through. But this system, it's going to make that air be in an awful hurry. We're going to have winds gusting to around 60 miles per hour. So we're going to have a reduced visibility, impossible travel. And in fact, when winds hit this kind of velocity, we certainly can have trouble with power outages, as you've seen crawling on the bottom of your screen. So the time to prepare is now, as things are quiet behind the system. Tomorrow evening, winds and cold move in, creating wind chills to 50 below zero. Here is your hour-by-hour forecast. We're going to get right to the details on this system. Tonight, if you have anything you need to get finished or wrapped up, do so by midnight. Midnight is when the snow begins to really move in to our area, and the wind gets gusty where you see these orange and yellow arrows rather. We'll have gusts over 50 miles per hour likely working their way in. So after midnight, things get started by daybreak. I've paused it at 4. Grand Forks, Fargo seeing the onset of snow and wind. It continues into daybreak just in time for that morning commute. Heaviest of the snow, Southern Valley into northwest Minnesota to start the day. Wind gusting to 50 miles per hour, temperatures going down in a hurry. And in fact, the snow will be wrapped up by daybreak in the Devil's Lake Basin. Now we'll progress into the afternoon. The snow continues its trek to the east, but the wind sticks around, so we continue to have snow, blowing snow. Accumulations, because the snow spends a little more time out in Minnesota, a little more energy, a little more perfect temperatures for making big snowflakes. We'll have loftier snow totals there. By the late afternoon, the snow will be exiting for most of us by 3 in the afternoon. Then the cold takes hold and dangerous wind chills punch their way into the valley. Some of the most brutal air we've had yet this season. Snowfall potential, a trace to 3 inches of snow for most of our western counties, with the exception of the Southern Valley, Fargo and points south into Lakes Country. Many of us getting 2 to 6. Notice a sharp cutoff line here close to us, so folks in Tower City may see significantly less than we get in Hawley and Lakes Country. Isolated 6+ inches of snow there. Here's what you've seen crawling across your screen. I won't spend a lot of time with that other than to say, in Minnesota, those trees help to slow down the wind a little bit, but we may have to add some counties to the blizzard warning as the event unfurls. Here it is, starting to develop in the Rocky Mountains of Wyoming. Your temperatures are lovely right now, 49 in Sisseton, 31 Grand Forks, 26 in Devil's Lake. Speaking of Grand Forks, we're taking a look live there now from our Home of Economy camera. 36 degrees at Hector International and a very light wind. We're as quiet as we'll be over the next 36 hours, I'm afraid. Tomorrow morning, snowing in earnest with a lot of winds gusting over 50 miles per hour at times. The snow wraps out of the Fargo area as we get into the early afternoon, but the cold continues. Your high tomorrow will happen at midnight tonight, as a matter of fact. And by 10 o'clock tomorrow, air temperatures below zero, wind chills that will slap you in the face. It's going to be very brutally cold with northwest winds, so protect the livestock. Make sure your furry friends are protected. And if you can, cancel your travel plans. It's just going to be too dangerous. Speaking of the wind chills, take a look at this as we go into Wednesday night and Christmas Eve morning. We're talking wind chills here plotted for you, 30 to 50 below zero. Brutal cold. The wind finally gives it up a little bit late on Christmas Eve. Beautiful photo here, Rick. Thank you so much for taking the time to send your view from the Can-Do area as we take a look at your 7-day planner. A little quieter for Christmas Eve and Santa Claus and the elves. It does look cold though. As we head into Christmas and beyond, we'll see a moderation of temperatures, but the deeper your snow, the slower that warm up Andrea and Mike will be. We'll keep you abreast of all the latest, but don't travel if you don't have to. Tomorrow will be rough and tumble for many areas.
Okay, thank you, Hutch.